In this segment, we will talk about how to find inverse of a matrix by using adjoints. So, in this, for small matrices like 3 by 3 or 4 by 4 matrices, if you're trying to find inverse by hand, this might be the easiest way to do it. But again, this particular method is not encouraged, especially for large order of matrices, because it turns out that the computation time, we're not talking about doing it by hand, but if you're doing it with a computer, that the amount of time it will take to find the inverse of a matrix by this method will be enormous. But just for the sake of completion, we do want to talk about this method, because there are many people who still use this method to find the inverse of a matrix. So the inverse of a matrix will be defined by simply finding the adjoint of A, which is this matrix of which you're trying to find the inverse, divided by the determinant of the A matrix. So what does it mean to the adjoint of A? Adjoint of A is nothing but the transpose of the cofactors. So we know that if we want to look at the cofactors of the A, they correspond to each of the elements. So each of the elements has a cofactor. So if we find out the cofactor for each of the elements, and then we take the transpose of that, that gives us the adjoint of A. And all we have to do is to take the adjoint of A and divide it by this number, which is the determinant of A, and we should be able to find out what the inverse of the matrix is. So Cij is the cofactor of Aij. So that's what we mean by each of these elements which are in the cofactor matrix right here. And that's the end of this segment.